Grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. This review will be on the Crossway ESV Heirloom Thinline Bible in goatskin black. The font on this, unlike the Omega, it being a 10-point, this is an 8-point font. It's still very readable. It is on the 28 GSM paper. I don't know for sure if this one's endopaque. I do know that the Omega is endopaque paper. Again, these Bibles were used before I got them, so don't be alarmed about this little nick in the leather here. It's not enough to worry about. Anyhow, here is the spine, 4 raised hubs, just like the Omega. Holy Bible, ESV, English Standard Version, and Crossway. And again, like on the Omega, it is perimeter stitched. The corner work is immaculate. The gold art gilt line around the perimeter is likewise amazingly done. This comes with 2 ribbons. The ribbons are the same quality as the Omega. Nothing to write home about. It's something that Crossway can fix in the future. Again, just like the Omega, they put goatskin leather on the back cover. I really prefer that be done and it is edge lined. So you have a very high-end Bible. I don't know if I ever really did say, yeah, I told on the last video, I mentioned that you can get the Omega through Evangelical. They got exclusives going on right now for, I think, $146 on pre-order. Maybe $160, so don't quote me on those. But I know that you can get these for roughly right around $140 on Evangelical, the Crossway. So here is the presentation pages. It's got the glossy cardstock. It's just like the maps in the back are on the same quality of paper. It's like a glossy cardstock. I don't care for that necessarily. It's not a deal breaker. It can be for some, so I want you to know that this is a glossy cardstock. It's not matte finish. This is my wife's Bible that my daughter has pretty much claimed. Here's the title page of the Holy Bible. And the next page would be the title page of the Holy Bible with the ESV logo, information on it, Crossway. And then the copyright page. And this shows that it is the 2016 text. Was printed in the Netherlands by Royal Youngblood. Contents to the Bible, Old and New Testament. This Bible is a black text as well, not a red letter. I will also mention that this Bible is not line matched as the Omega is. I don't know why they didn't do that. I think they have a flagship Bible in the Omega, but they also have a flagship Bible in the Heirloom Thinline. I've noticed the ESV fans really take to the thin lines. It seems like they prefer the thin lines, and I can see why. I love these Bibles. These Bibles are a joy to read and hold in the hand. You will not know the pleasure until you actually buy one. So you must, if you have ever wanted to read the ESV or you are a fan of the ESV and do not own either one of these Bibles, I highly recommend that you order these. I've heard you can get them on Amazon, but I go through Evangelical Bibles. It's the red under gold. Again, more of a salmon color. The Old Testament title page here. And then we're in Genesis. It lies fairly flat. It will, with time, get better. Even though these are used, I don't believe the pastor that I got them from traded them with, used them to a long periods of time and extent. they're in brand new condition. There's just some areas like the little nick on front that you can tell it's been used a little bit. Nothing big. These are amazing Bibles. Very happy with the purchase. So that was the poetry section. Again, will be more of a verse by verse. Same setup as the Omega. Smaller font is all. And this is not line matched. Even though this is not line matched, you can tell by looking that it is very, very readable. Minimal ghosting. Even though it's not line matched, the camera picks up the ghosting a lot worse. With the naked eye, you do not see that ghosting nearly that bad. It's fairly dark print. It's not as dark as, let's say, a R.L. Allen long primer or a Cambridge turquoise, but very readable all the same. This one has not been marked in. So we'll go back to the concordance here. Very small print, but again, very readable. From about a foot away, I can read this concordance. It's triple column. It's quite extensive, well worth putting in. And here we are at the maps again. I do not like the maps. I think they need to go to a matte finish. Other than that, the maps look nice. I like the fact that they don't do what Skylar did and put it in the gutter. I will show you that in the review coming up. But that's all I've got on this Bible. I don't have measurements. I will get measurements at a later time if that's what you all are interested in. I know the spine width is right at like 1 inch. It's not much over an inch, maybe 1.25 inches. It's not 1.5 inches because I know the NASB reader was 1.5 inches, as likewise so are the Skylar Thinline Quintails. I am not an owner of the Skylar Thinline. I would love to, but I opted for the Cambridge turquoise instead. So I will be having the turquoise tomorrow, and this is the reason for me doing these reviews, quick reviews on these today, because I will probably going to a in-depth review of the turquoise tomorrow once I receive that Bible. Thanks for watching. God bless, and hit subscribe and continue watching. I hope I just get better at this. Thank you.